Hi YouTube, back in the saddle. Saturday, 3:15. Yeah, we're getting started. I'm getting started. Cody's been started since I don't know what time he started, probably 7. But I'm just getting back from the funeral and all to where I can get back rolling. So he went and done one of the big yards that I quoted last week, and really great for route density. You know, really close, not far, and a big yard like I'd rather be in. You know, like I've said before, but I must have been off on my money. Or you know, I'm sure a little bit of it's got to do with Cody being wore out. You know, he'd been working a lot by himself. Finished yesterday by himself. You know, I think he worked 47 hours at his regular job this week, and then, you know, we cut yesterday. We met at 6, and he ended up cutting till dark, you know, 8:30, I think. And then he had to do from about 3 to whenever he quit last night by himself, and then he's been at it for 8 or 9 hours today, again by himself. And to hear him tell it, I knew it would be a difficult yard. I didn't think it'd be quite as difficult as he made it sound out to be, but I was a little bit off. He spent more time there than what I had figured we would have spent, but I do think that a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's on, you know, I think he's wore out, so can't blame him. But hopefully we'll be able to make money at it. He said he spent 3 hours and 8 minutes there, so let's do some math here. 60 times 3 plus 8, 188 minutes. We're wanting to make $1.33, but you know, that's $250. I can't remember what I want to say I didn't quote it, but for $240 for the first cut, I think. I ain't 100%. Then I want to say I was like $215 regular, so I definitely didn't have the upcharge in there, not enough. But well, you can't be right all the time. That is one thing about the bigger yards. It's a little bit more difficult to do, you know, as far as quoting and everything. But anyways, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we're back here, and or I'm back here at Cody's house. The pine straw job that we did last weekend, we ended up having like 20 something bales left over, almost 30, and we sold 20. I think there's 27 left, so we sold 25 or whatever, roughly. I don't know how many's on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's 26 bales on here, some busted bales right there. I think I had quoted her for like 25 bales. But we sold the pine straw, and he had come up with a plan for him to just keep cutting, and I think he had one more quote, and I don't know how many yards he's got left, but he's going to do that while I get started on this pine straw job, and then he's going to show up with a mower trailer and everything so we can get her little right-of-way power line and all cut. So he left his Ranger over there where we leave our mower equipment and all at his sister's, and this is what I was talking about yesterday in the video, talking about if we'd have pulled up in the Ford Ranger, she might not would have gave us that money up front. It's a one of a kind now. It's a one of one Z71 Ford Ranger, also four-wheel drive. But this is one of Cody's personal trucks. He just kind of, he's got him a new Ram over there, but he likes to yeah, I'm gonna have to, let me get back with y'all on this. It's a stick shift. Yeah, all right, I got it. So safety chains and light hookups on the Ford Ranger are optional. This version did not come with it. It ain't got no hitch, it's just got a ball on the bumper. But I got something to show y'all. I'm gonna run to his house and grab it real quick. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. We just got this in, new Milwaukee tool. We had a impact gun, like to change tires and blades and all with, but the other day I caught myself in the dump trailer, you know, going down the road and with nothing to change, you know, a tire and all with. And we keep the impact in the trailer box for the mower trailer, but we don't have anything to go in the dump trailer. And I thought, well, all right, maybe we'll just change it and put it in the truck. But when we run two trucks, you know, with the dump trailer and the mower trailer, if we need both or whatever, anyways, there was going to end up being a day that was going to come that we would be in need to change the tire on that dump trailer. I just about bet money. So we bought another impact gun. There she is. Now I'm gonna have to show this a little bit more in the video later. This came with two 5-amp-hour batteries, a charger, M12 and 18, and this behemoth of a dadgum impact. I mean, this sun gun, we'll go through specs and all later, but I mean, just to compare, you know, to our other one. But it is 1/2 inch. I mean, the size of it look, it'd be 3/4, but that is a massive impact gun, and it's heavy. So we'll do some part numbers and stuff on that in comparison to the other one that we got. I'm gonna go over here and get started on this pine straw job. Cody was hoping earlier when he talked to me that I could have this pine straw down, and then hopefully the timing would work and he would come and we would finish a little bit left that we got there. Not much left to do. So hopefully the timing of all that works. And then we'll be done for the weekend. I'll try to do a total, because I like to know myself how much we made. And we'll just go from there. We got this all cut. Look who showed up to the party. So we got all this cut on here right away and all. I've told them, they know where you've been. They know you ain't been laid up. How'd your day go?
It's going. I mean, slowly but surely.
How many yards did you cut?
8.
Did you do 8? I mean, we left for 5, so I'm just trying to...
Yeah, but I had 2 quotes.
2 quotes?
I think. I have to look.
You did have 2 quotes, I know. Because you did Runyon Road. No, you did that Casing Road last night. So you had 1 quote.
I thought I had 8.
I didn't run a slap out of 2-stroke. I ain't getting no more.
I cut 6.
You cut 6? Yeah, that sounds right. But the quote...
I had 8 on the schedule. I didn't cut William. I only quoted that.
You got to cut William. Yeah. And the other one, we're going to do him next week. The other quote you picked up. Yeah. So we're 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Just this week.
4 for 4.
4 for 4 on the quotes for just this week, not including all the other ones. I don't know. We should have kept up. I said at the beginning of the year I wanted to make a list of all the quotes and just see. But we're doing pretty good.
I think we've only lost 3.
You tired yet?
I was wore out.
I made sure and told him that you called me and complained about that big yard. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt, though. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I told him, you know, you was pretty tired. I said, you know, he worked 47 hours this week. And, I don't know. You cut, I was gonna say
Daylight dark yesterday. Daylight probably dark tonight.
Yeah. What time did you get started this morning?
Hey, I didn't leave the house till 6:45. I mean,
golly.
I made one time.
6:45.
Listen, I was dog tired.
Dog tired, he said.
Dog tired, wore out. Full.
How full is next week?
Almost too full. Maybe too full. All hands on deck. Cancel Christmas next weekend.
Get out of here. All right, y'all, this is pretty embarrassing. Yeah, way off on the pine straw. Every job we've ever done for pine straw, we have been anywhere from dead on, like once, but typically 10 to 25 over. And I don't really like it, but you know, I line item the amount and I tell them 25 bales of pine straw, $12 a piece. Well, you know, if it used 22, the line item's already there and they already know how much it's going to be. And if you're a little off on material, you know, it kind of is what it is. Well, here's the other side of that. And don't get me wrong, if I'm like 30 bales over or something, I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, I'll take off or something, but we probably need 2, 4, 6, 8. We probably need at least 12 bales left right here, y'all. At least. So we tried to roll everything. So hopefully when we come back, the idea is where we get the pine straw is like 4 or 5 minutes from my shop where I would go to work at. So, and I'm gonna be at the shop next week. So at some point, I'm just gonna probably gonna go ahead and grab 15 or more. So we'll have it. And may end up just grabbing a bunch. I don't know yet. I don't really like how that pine straw sits though. When it sits outside and all, it sits up and starts matting and getting wet. Even if you tarped it, I don't know how it would do. It might be fine, but I ain't sure. But yeah, that's pretty embarrassing right there, Cody. All right, y'all, update on the day. 6:45. And oh, Corey must be cutting by himself. Hey, Corey! He ain't hear me. Another guy that cuts in town here. Been cutting for a while. Anyhow, so yeah, update. We had one yard left on this long list of things we had to do this week, and we thought we could get away with it because the guy's he's once a month and his grass don't ever grow, y'all. And I mean, by the road it does, but I mean it's like 2 passes on each side of the driveway. But anyhow, unfortunately, you know, he said no. I left him a message thinking he'd be okay with it. We're pulling up 5 minutes from the pine straw job, and his house is probably another 2 or 3 minutes the other direction past the pine straw job. But he called me back and said he can't wait. He said, I mean, you don't have to cut it today, man, but you can get it the next 2 or 3 days. And that ain't gonna work. So we're going back to do it. I offered Cody, y'all, so before y'all are thinking, you know, I'm unfair, I offered you to go home. Cody's got his boy tonight, this weekend, right? I didn't see him when I stopped by your house earlier. All I seen was Lexi.
He's probably in
Yeah. But anyway, so I said, I'll come and cut it. You know, we had you on the list anyway. So we're heading there to cut it now. Shouldn't take us too long. It's a $100 yard though. So it's probably best that we go ahead and do it. We won't see it again for a month. Oh yeah, so but the pine straw, so I knocked on the guy's door and I said, hey man, I'm sorry, but I ran out of pine straw. I figured it wrong. And he said, oh, okay. I said, but I'm gonna get it handled. I said, unfortunately, it's just gonna be next probably Friday before I can get back to you with it. And he's like, well, you can get it handled pretty quick though, ain't you? I said, yeah, I mean, you know, it'll be next Friday. And I said, I might be able to get to it Thursday, but I don't know. And he said, okay, well, hand me the check, $650 check. And I gave it back to him. I said, just hold that check till I get it done, because I ain't done. And I don't, you know, I ain't gonna do y'all that way. Y'all are gonna have to sit here with this, you know, it looks terrible. So I know that's probably a little hypocritical, because I just took that lady's money yesterday. And I was thinking about that on the way home. Was you thinking about that? I was too. But what I came up with was that by her handing us that money the other day, that might have been a red flag that we're not seeing. And I might be thinking too deep into it, but I think, is she going to use that to go the other way next time when she ain't got no money in 2 months? Well, hey, you know, can y'all wait, you know? And I'm fine with that, y'all. I'm completely fine with getting paid once a month. I feel like all your other bills is paid once a month. I'm all right with it, but we're going away from it, and that's fine. But I just wonder, is she gonna do that? And she may not. So it could be a red flag, but I took it, didn't even think about it until now, kind of, and I was excited about it. But that's also the first time we've ever done any work for that girl. You know what I'm saying? We've done thousands of dollars worth of work for them, you know? So I know they're good. We've never had one problem with them. So I didn't feel, you know, I felt like it was the thing to do to leave the check there. So just so y'all know what I'm talking about, so I just cut down there, you know, both sides. So like down there and down there. And I mean, this is as tall as I've probably ever seen his grass. Can't even really tell. There's not a ton of grass here, but I mean, a lot of obstacles. But this is as tall as I've probably ever seen his grass. So much shade in here that I guess it just don't allow a lot of grass to really grow. But he's, I mean, you know, it did need cut here. You might be able to see, right? I mean, this is pretty tall right here. So that needs to be cut, you know, and it all does, but we only do this one once a month, and then it's been a month since we've been here, so man, there's yards that grow this much in a week. So, all right. So this is our new impact gun we just got. Like I was saying, we keep this one in the mower trailer for anything. We need to change blades on a job, which that's really probably because we don't really carry extra blades. We should start carrying extra blades just in case, like worst case scenario, but mainly for tires and stuff. But the other day I was in the dump trailer and I didn't have anything to change the tire with. And this thing right here, man, is humongous. So we bought the smaller one, tool only. I have no idea how much we paid for it, but I don't know if y'all see that or not. It's a you know, 1/2 inch impact. This is a 1/2 inch. This is a 1/2 inch friction ring mid torque. This is a 1/2 square ring impact. But I mean, they look the same, don't they? Clip, which as heavy as that is with that big, that's the 8 amp hour battery. And I think the deal was when we bought all that stuff, if you spent so much money, you got the 8 amp for free. So that's how we wound up with that. But I mean, this thing's heavy. See, it torques in your hand. This thing though, it torques too, but nowhere near as much. Let's make sure, yeah, that was on 3, that was on 3. This battery may be a little, no, it's fully charged. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. So Cody said he looked this up. This exact part number comes with a case, 2 5 amp hour batteries, and a charger. Well, I showed y'all, yeah. And it's $499. We give $350 for it. So there's a couple other tools that we don't necessarily need, but some things we could have used in the past and probably some things we'll use in the future. And I think we're gonna go ahead and order some. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. And I may go ahead and order me some stuff. Cody, that's what Cody started doing. He's got about everything Craftsman's ever made though. But I think he's probably gonna start buying some Milwaukee stuff. What'd you buy from them already? Sawzall. You bought Sawzall. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's your job. You run Milwaukee. Yeah, I don't know. Thing's powerful, y'all. I like it.
And the big one is 1,400 foot-pounds of torque.
Say that again?
The smaller one that we have is 650 foot-pounds of torque, and the big one is 1,400 foot-pounds of torque.
Really? Yeah. You probably want to be easy on that, baby. You'll have a lug nut, a stud and all in your hand. You don't want to ugga on that thing, probably. That thing will take a lug nut off with a dead battery. It's never a bad idea when you're out there on the road to have something built, change a tire. We got a jack in here. We need to do something jack-wise for that dump trailer also. Because if we put it in the truck, there's just no guarantee that it'll be this truck when it's hooked up to it. So we want to keep something dedicated for each trailer. So that way, no matter who or what hooks up to it, you got something to get there and get back, you know, worst case scenario if you have a flat or whatever. So we're just doing some adding. I'll close this video out real quick. We're just scheming and adding and thinking, you know, we don't make nowhere near enough money to, you know, quit and do this full time by a long shot. But I think we're probably making enough money to put somebody in here in the truck. But I don't think we're gonna do it this year, you know, not without us, not full time without us. So this week, the miles are gonna be a little bit heavy because of the quotes and stuff. And I broke it down a little bit. So we spent 27 hours in yards cutting. Or all the work we did in yards, because we did do the pine straw. We added that time in there, didn't we? Yeah, we added that time. So 27 hours actually in a yard working. We did 260 miles total. That seems outrageous. 2 full, I mean, that's just outrageous. I mean, if you take 200, let's just say 260, and you know we're not going 60 miles in an hour. So it's probably more like 40. That's 6.5 hours. That's probably what the truck said. I didn't look.
I said 6.
So say 7 hours. If you're paying somebody, just say $20 an hour. I'm just going to use that number. That's $140. Anyways, yeah, and that's about $90 in diesel, roughly. Call it 100, whatever. But the total for this week, or these 2 days, yeah, this week, was $2,700 basically, $2,705. Now I know for a fact you can probably run that down to, I think we said 22. Huh?
Probably 2,000 by the time you do gas.
Just taking all the fuel out, take the pine straw out, take the other materials and whatever out. Say it's 2,000. I don't know for sure, but just roughly. And then if you take that 2,000 divided by the 27 hours, which is also a little skewed because it wasn't always 2 people, you know, but he added it in, so it would have been 37.
37.
If it was one person by themselves, and we're gonna call that 40.
Yeah.
So 2,000 divided by 40 hours is $50 an hour. I should have knew that right off the top of my head, but it's too late. And that ain't enough. That's not enough. But it ain't just the yards. It's the miles. It's the travel. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not just in the yards. I'll go through this later and see where we, you know, maybe are low on, but it ain't much, y'all. It ain't. I think the couple yards that we might be a little bit low on, it probably brings it back up to even on the yards that we're a little bit higher on. So I don't know. Is that enough money? I guess it just depends on what you consider to be enough. But that's our numbers. That's where we're at with it. I don't know, man. I feel like somebody's gonna come in here and say, dude, y'all suck. You know what I mean? Now, y'all do keep in mind now that we don't live in the city. We're out here. I mean, you know, you can take a look around. You know, there's a couple houses around here, but there ain't many. You know, to get to the first neighborhood that I would actually call a neighborhood from right here is probably, that I know of, it's probably what? I'm talking about neighborhood now. I ain't talking about 5 houses. I'm talking about neighborhood. And it's 20 minutes, right? Unless I'm missing one.
Stonebridge.
Yeah, yeah. That's every bit of 20 minutes. Unless I'm missing one. And we don't got none in there. We got 0 in there. Yeah, they got one of our signs somewhere. We put it right in front of the no soliciting sign. It's in front of it though. So technically we can solicit in front of it, according to Cody. He says if you're speeding, and this makes sense. If it says 65, it's 65 from that point forward. So in his mind, we can solicit until we get to that sign. So that's what we did. But anyways, that's our numbers.